Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
This is Jason Fullilove.
I used to rap, yo. I
Yeah.
used to be in the studio, son.
Yeah, son. All right. Howdy, friends. Welcome to Repertoire. This is a show about the ideas, experiences, philosophies, and rituals that shape who we are as chefs and cooks. I'm Sammy Mansour, a Michelin award-winning chef, cookbook author, and food activist. My life revolves around food and cooking, and I love geeking out about the craft and the culture. In each episode, I travel somewhere new to sit down with chefs and food personalities on their turf for honest, unfiltered conversations. We talk shop, we go deep, we cook. Today, I'm in Redondo Beach, sitting down with a chef whose career has taken him from five-star kitchens in the Caribbean to Los Angeles fine dining rooms, Grammy Award galas, and even the galleries at LACMA, where his Red Dinner series earned national attention. Jason Fullilove is a chef, restaurateur, and entrepreneur with more than 2 decades in the game. He studied at the Culinary Institute of America in New York before climbing the ranks at Be Our Guest restaurants, cooking at Mark Peel's Campanile, and serving as the chef de cuisine at the Ritz-Carlton in St. Thomas. His California chapter saw him relaunch the Malibu Pier, helm high-profile kitchens across the city, and launch the beloved Barbara Jean LA, where he brought African-American soul food into the fine dining arena, blending global influences with deeply personal roots. He's also taken his flavors to the retail shelf with Tumi Coco, a multi-purpose hot sauce made with turmeric, coconut oil, and naturally sourced ingredients. It's not just about adding heat, it's about elevating flavors and reimagining the connection between food and health. He's appeared on shows including Beat Bobby Flay, Knife Fight, and Farmer's Market Flip, and his cooking has been featured in big league publications from the New York Times to the LA Times. Take a beat, because this is really from the heart here. Jason's food is insanely delicious, technically advanced, and completely his own. He brings great energy into every room, and he's generous with his time and his aura. I feel lucky to have called him a friend for nearly a decade, and it's always a joy to hear what he's working on next. Chef, thank you so much for squeezing me into your super busy schedule and having me in your home. Welcome to the show.
You're welcome. You got me a little choked up there. That's quite the intro. I'm looking for somebody else to walk in. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chef.
Appreciate you.
That's a snapshot of what you've done.
Thank you.
Just a tiny one. It could have been a lot longer.
It's been a long, eventful career, wonderful career. I owe everything in my life to cooking, my talent. So even my wife.
I love that.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
Yeah. For real. If I couldn't cook, I don't know if Cass would stay with me.
I would have never met her if it wasn't for my ability to cook. So yeah, it's great.
Is there a story?
Yeah, so I was right around the time I was starting Barbara Jean, I was doing events for this company called Feastly. They were like a go-between for chefs. They had spaces and they had like a roster of chefs that you could call in and say, I want to use your space and one of your chefs. So my wife was throwing a birthday party for her father. Well, at the time, I didn't know who she was. She was throwing a birthday party for her father. We didn't really talk. We just had a few emails. I showed up to do the event. I saw her walk by. She had on this like blue, like tennis skirt with some sneakers on. I was like, wow, it's very attractive. I don't even know who that is. Come to find out, it was a woman that I'd been planning the event with, because I was like, it was like a third person type of thing. So I just saw her name on the emails. Oddly enough, the first day we met in person, I actually spoke in front of her whole family and told them about the meal I was presenting and met her entire family. So then I had to actually leave and go to another event that same night. So I left, went to the other event, didn't think much about it. She messaged me later. She just thanked me for everything. I was like, hey, come to Barbara Jean for brunch. You know, love to let her treat you for brunch. So she came in with a couple of her cousins and made her brunch. She loved everything. She messaged me, asked me for my deviled egg recipe. I was like, I'll give you the recipe if I can take you out to dinner.
Nice.
So she said yes. We went out to dinner and we've been together ever since.
I love that. So this is 2014?
Like 8 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, quite some time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Man, that's so cool. Can I get your deviled egg recipe?
Absolutely.
What was it? What was going on in that deviled egg?
Yuzu kosho,
Oh.
uni. This is a good deviled egg recipe. We're kind of
Damn.
doing that at Barbergene. Yeah, that was one of our signatures.
Dude, I never had that.
Yeah, it was a good one.
You're putting uni in the filling or on top?
In the filling and on top, and yuzu kosho in the filling as well.
Dang, dude,
it was a
that
nice
sounds
one.
gangster.
Yeah.
QP or what?
Yeah, of course.
Right,
No,
I feel
no,
like
Sammy. I make my own mayo.
Well, I feel like I
I
got
know all chefs love
part of the recipe.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I was just leaning into the umamis.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, yeah,
it would make sense.
we make our own mayo too at the restaurants, and I gotta tell you something that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've noticed that when you make mayo, it's fucking good for months. Like I've had mayo in my house that I took home from the restaurant, and like 9 months later, that quart is in my, and it's still good. It's labeled.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't understand this because there's no preservatives. You'd think it expires when the egg yolk expires.
Right.
Now we obviously have to abide by like
Of course, you
how
can't serve
in the
it, right,
restaurant,
yeah.
but at home, I'm like, I'm gonna eat it, and it's never.
Fat, it's all fat and acid. You know what I mean? And maybe a little garlic if you're making an aioli. You know, so it's all preservative stuff. It's natural. So yeah, it's good for you.
Well, speaking of all preservative stuff and natural,
Yeah.
this is not a plug by any means. This is
Not
like
at all.
this is like family showing love because I love the Tumi Coco. I actually did not know you dropped a second flavor, bro.
Really?
I did not know. When was
I
this?
think you left. You weren't in town when that happened. I think you had left by then. But I just want to thank you because you're one of the first people who jumped to support me on this venture. So I really appreciate that.
You made it easy. It's so delicious.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. So yeah, the story behind this, man, I wanted to make a tool people could have in their kitchen that would be fun to cook with, and also something chefs could use that was super consistent to use in their recipes, right? A lot of times you're working on something, you're looking for something on the fly, and a lot of guys will grab different types of hot sauce, or even like people were using sriracha for a long time. So I wanted to do something along that vein that was all natural, no preservatives, good for you also. We emulsify this hot sauce with turmeric and coconut oil. It's 2 years shelf stable. It has a really clean palate. When you taste it, it's very spicy up front, but because there's no preservatives or anything that's gonna like stick to your tongue, once you add it to food, it kind of mellows out pretty fast. And it's really fun to cook with because when you add it to sauces or marinades, it's just gonna taste like that. It's not just gonna take everything over like a lot of other hot sauces on the market, right? So we did the first one. It was pretty successful. I have a few more recipes that are based around Tumi Coco. So we dropped the second one. This is Yuzuki the Black Samurai. If you notice, it has the gold linings on it. So like in Japan, if a child breaks a piece of pottery, they do this kintsugi art where they bind it back together with gold. So it's like pottery that's put back together and there's like gold linings in it. So we did that to pay homage to that. So this flavor is the same base Tumi Coco recipe, but we added black plums, coconut aminos, and coconut sugar. So it's a little bit like a barbecue, kind of like a teriyaki, but no soy.
Tight. So you got organic coconut aminos, lemon juice, brown sugar, dried plums, water, distilled vinegar, red wine vinegar, Fresno pepper, coconut oil, habanero pepper, sea salt, garlic, chile de árbol, chile guajillo, turmeric, black pepper. I want to taste
You can
this.
pronounce all that stuff, right? There's no weird preservatives. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah.
No gums.
Get in there.
Yeah, this is pretty exciting for me. And I love coconut aminos.
Yeah, it's fun. It's one of my favorite ingredients. I mean, a lot of people prefer that one over this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
I'm glad you like it.
dang, dude.
I got a case for you when you leave. Don't worry.
And you know what? It hits you here and it hits you right here, like A1 steak sauce.
Yeah.
Remember those commercials? It has
Of
a
course.
like a really great, like that plummy piquant.
Right.
It's excellent. I don't know if I would say I like it better than that. I'd say I like it just as much.
Right.
Because totally different application.
For sure. Absolutely.
I made a curry in a pinch that I think it changed the way I want to make curries at home. I made a coconut, like a Thai coconut curry. I didn't have curry paste.
Yeah.
You know, I had ginger and I had garlic and I had lemongrass in the garden.
For sure.
Like lucky to have that. And that was good, but it's like I feel like you need more depth, more aromatics.
For sure.
And I put like half a bottle in that with 1 can of coconut milk, and it was Soigné.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love cooking with that stuff. I use it on everything. Like you want to make a spicy pizza sauce. I do like cook a lot of clean foods now. We're like, counting macros. Gotta watch the weight as you get older and hitting the gym and stuff. And I cook very clean for myself. I meal prep. I put that stuff in like a lot of my marinades and sauces and just put it on like chicken and rice or whatever I'm working on. So
Is that how it birthed? Were you like, yo, I want to have my little go-to something
yeah,
to
for
grab that's
sure. I mean,
clean?
really, it goes back to when I was a chef at Lakma. Is when I started. Like, I got really into martial arts around that time. I was training a lot, and then I started looking at like labels on food, and I just wanted to eat cleaner.
Hmm.
It's crazy for a chef to say, right? So, and I was looking at a lot of sauces had xanthan gums and emulsifiers in them.
Hmm.
So I was like, I need to start working on something that's all natural that I can just have all the time that I just know what's in it. So it's not going to mess up my macro count. I'm going to be eating clean and it'll just fit into my diet perfectly. So that's kind of how that started. Now I'm offering it to the world.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Where do people get this? Online, in stores?
Yeah.
What's it looking like right now
So
for you?
right now it's still available online on our website at tumicoco.com, and it's also available on Amazon.
Nice.
And we have another sauce in the pipeline we're hoping to have out by early next year.
Okay. You want to tell me about that or what? No.
It's called Citron.
All right.
It's really nice. It's really, you're gonna love it.
I love citron.
I'll send you the case first. Don't
Heard
worry.
chef. Dang. All right. Yeah, I can't wait to play around with that too when I get back because it's officially, it's gearing into fall. It's getting cooler. I want to start cooking again outside on my
This is really
smoker.
great with the dry plums in there
Yeah.
for sure.
Um, so you were doing like what? Like kung fu, karate,
No, so
martial arts?
I got into Krav Maga like a
Okay.
long time ago. When I moved to LA, I was just looking for something to do, and I was looking at the different martial arts, and I wanted to learn that because it seemed like the most realistic for like self-defense. So I did that for a few years, and then I started to take they after like a couple years of Krav, you really learn basic fighting skills, and I started to take ground fighting there, which is basically like a street style of jujitsu. So I wanted to get better at that. So then I went and joined a jujitsu school. So I joined 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, and I trained there with Scott Epstein in West LA, which is one of the best like no-gi jiu-jitsu schools in the world, for quite some time. And then I went back and forth between there and Krav for several years. And then when I moved out to South Bay, I joined 360 Self-Defense Academy, my friend Ricky's school. It's kind of like a Krav base, but they also do boxing and kickboxing there. We used to train together at Krav for years. So I've been doing that for a while. I sustained an injury in my foot in late 2023, so I haven't been able to do any martial arts since then.
Damn.
I'm getting back
Which foot?
in my right foot.
All right.
Yeah,
Now I know
so
which foot to.
that's the one you
If we
tackle.
square up,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
stomping on your right
double leg
foot.
pivot right.
That's the only
Pivot right. Yeah.
That's the only chance I got, bro. This man is a fucking lethal weapon, people. Don't be stepping
Well,
to it.
no. So then, my wife really got into strength and conditioning before me at Deuce Athletics in Hermosa Beach. So we've both been training there for some time now. So it's really just like a strength and conditioning type of workout. Really, really fantastic gym, amazing community. I really kind of gravitate towards places that are big on community and community events and really getting to know people because it ties right back to why I love food.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because food to me, just all my first memories of food were just bringing people together. Just like, it's about community, it's about sharing, it's about love. So that's why I kind of really love that gym because we do community events, we all hang out together, we all know each other. It's just a fantastic
Yeah,
place. So
100%. You know what I've been doing is like I got a pretty cool home gym that I've put together over the years, and I'll go hard for like 3 months. Around this time, I'll start it up, and then I just kind of like feel bad about it the rest of the year. I don't work out. And I just be like, yeah, I'm gonna get back to that.
you need a community
It's pretty
gym,
great.
man. Yeah,
It's
you
pretty
gotta you
great.
gotta find a place. It makes a big difference, trust me.
Don't project your fucking expectations on me,
Oh,
dog.
you
I
build,
like
you make
3 months.
friends, you have like fun training partners. It's like a whole thing. Even when I was doing martial arts, like, oh, this guy works out Wednesday at this time. I like working
Mhm.
out with this guy. I'm gonna go every Wednesday at this time,
Yeah.
work out with my boy. You build that type of camaraderie. Like it's good for you. And it's also like, dude, we're on our feet all day. We're under high pressure situations. And as we age, we still have to perform and do our jobs and work
Mhm.
long hours. You gotta be healthy, man.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
for sure.
Yeah. I think I'm lucky because I enjoy working out.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been
Absolutely.
working out since I was very young because I
Yeah.
took, like fucking weightlifting in high school
Yeah.
every
Well, you
year.
look great.
And well, thanks, and I mean, not as great as you, but everyone's on their own thing. But I think it's like if you enjoy it, that's, finding a
For sure.
modality or two.
Yeah.
I like cardio a lot. Like I love running.
Mhm.
I love activities
Yeah.
like biking
Mhm.
and kayaking. I
Love it.
mean, I live in a great
Yeah.
area
Yeah,
in
for sure.
Charleston to be biking
Yeah.
and kayaking. Dude, actually, I was on a trail ride with my wife,
Mhm.
Cass,
Mhm.
and I totally ate shit off the trail going like 18, and I just like flew into the like there was like a drop,
Mhm.
like probably like a 4 or 5 foot drop
Wow.
right into the forest, and I just flew.
Mhm.
And as it all started to happen,
Yeah.
it all just went in slow motion.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, don't put your hands out like this because you're
Mhm.
probably gonna break something. And I just like
Tuck
tucked
and
and
roll.
rolled,
Yeah.
and I popped up, and I was like back up before she
Good.
even realized it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a scratch, bro. It was
Oh, that's awesome,
amazing.
man. Good for you. Yeah, I mean, one thing we do is like Sundays is kind of like our days. We'll go for a long walk on the Strand. We'll walk from like Hermosa Pier to like Manhattan Beach Pier and back with our dog. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I love a walk with the
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, man.
Yeah, we do we live down the street from the beach because we want to take the
Yeah,
dog on the walk, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
We don't call her the dog in our
You
house
gotta
though.
tire him down.
No, her
Yeah.
name's Emmy Lou.
Emily Lou, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I got S1E12. Shout out
yeah.
to ODB.
Yo, that boy is a treasure.
Oh, he's the best.
What
He's
is
the
he
best.
again?
He's an Australian Shepherd, Red
He's an
Baron.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I love that kind of
I
dog.
got a Tupac and Biggie right here. My dogs that passed away. I had him for years.
Oh
Yeah, had
man.
him for like 15, 16 years.
Let me tell you something, son. I'm gonna put this on to you because I think that you need it in your life.
Let's go.
There's a cat, and I think he's based in the UK. I'll
Mhm.
have to look up his name later, I'll tell
Okay.
you. But he makes a four-fingered ring,
Okay.
and
I'm
it's
in.
got four faces on it.
Mm-hmm.
Biggie, Tupac,
What?
Ason Unique, aka Old Dirty Bastard,
Okay.
aka Big Baby Jesus.
Okay. Can I guess the fourth one?
And then the fourth one,
Jay-Z.
no.
Who?
I can't
Nas?
actually I actually can't fucking remember.
Uh-oh. All right. Well,
Because it's not as like, you wouldn't expect ODB to be on there per se.
for sure. Right.
Maybe they're all deceased.
Okay. Got it. That would make sense.
Man, cliffhanger for everybody
I know.
listening.
And somebody's got to Google that.
I
Back
will.
me. Let me know.
I will. What, like I'm not allowed to Google? It's my fucking show, dude.
Yeah. Got to look it up. That's what they do on podcasts, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The suspense is killing
Bring that
me.
up. Bring that up, Sammy.
I know. What's going to be the quickest way for me to look this up? Let's go with four-finger wrapper ring. I
There you
think that's. Yep, here we go.
Who's the fourth? Big L.
Easy E.
Easy E.
Hard.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty.
At this point, I gotta shout out this cat, Johnny Nelson.
Johnny Nelson.
You go to
Shout out Johnny
johnnynelson.nyc. It's
Love it.
HNNY. And look at that thing, yo.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And yo, this is what I think is really dope about this too.
crazy.
I'm gonna put this up on the screen.
Yeah, that's
You can buy this in brass for like, I don't know,
Yeah.
600.
okay.
You can get it in sterling silver for like 9.
Yeah.
You can get it in 14 karat for 16
Right.
grand.
Yeah.
Like he made
Yeah.
the mold and you can get whatever.
Right.
So like I would really like to get the sterling silver one
Mhm.
because like I feel like for $1,000, like
Yeah.
at least there's like a value to it
Right.
and it's hard as
And
fuck.
you're gonna wear it.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, Cassidy wanted me to get that for my 40th birthday, and I was like, I don't need that. And she was like,
She's
Do
like,
I?
You need that.
do I know you? So I do
Right.
regret that.
It's all right. There's time. There's time.
So, man, all right. Since we're on this tick, I do love to talk about music with people that I know, with chefs that I know are really into music.
Yeah.
And, I know you're really into music. We were playing,
I had to set the
Some-
vibe before
yeah.
the show.
you were playing some of the finer New York City tunes.
You're very welcome, sir. Welcome
Some
to my home.
Ghostface Killer,
Yeah, yeah. So
Supreme
Ghostface,
Clientele, I believe, Mighty
Jada,
Healthy.
Yeah.
Jada.
Some smut peddlers took it way back to
50.
2000. Some 50 for sure.
So what do you love what right now?
Mm-hmm.
Is there an album that you're just kind of like cruising through when you're cooking?
So yeah, man, I kind of have like every year I start a new playlist. So right now I'm on this 2025 playlist, and I just keep pulling songs and adding to it. So it's just like super long. So right now I'm obviously listening to the Clips. I have the shirt on right now. Jid's new album's incredible. I go back to Old J all the time. I'm just a lot of like
What Old
East
J?
Coast sounding Jay-Z.
Which one though?
Oh, the Black Album. I really like Imaginary Players from like the first album. The Blueprints. I think those are probably like my three favorite Jay-Z
Yeah.
albums. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like Kanye West and Just Blaze production, Timberland, Pharrell
That
production.
definitely was
that
like
the
a
narrow.
core era. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
when you think about
And also, those are songs you can put on in a room and people that just enjoy them. They're not like too
Yeah.
deep cuts,
yeah.
Yeah.
But there are the deep cuts.
Oh, for sure.
There are
Yeah,
some
like Imaginary Players would be a deep cut,
Yeah.
right?
But even like I remember like on the Blueprint 2,
Mhm.
and Black Album, that like there's some amazing radio songs
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
that totally infiltrated pop culture, and
Oh,
Jay-Z was the best at that.
Yeah.
And I think the first to do it as big as he
for
did.
sure. Yeah.
But there was always those songs where his flow would just like
Yeah.
blow your
I
fucking
mean,
mind if you were
he's
just like,
always
where's
been
the
respected as like one of the best lyricists in the
Yeah.
game of all time, for sure.
One of my favorite songs is actually the intro on The Dynasty.
Okay.
That flow is fucking
Yes,
mean.
with the sample where there's like singing in the background the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do it, but yeah, I hear it. I hear it in my
Yeah.
So good.
I need an auto-tune button on my mixer so that like we can do stuff like
Sound
that.
effects. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like I know it's
Something
possible.
to work
I
towards.
just don't have
Yeah.
the wherewithal
All
or
right.
the
So
time.
next year, my next interview, we'll have that set up.
Heard.
Okay, cool.
And maybe we can spit.
Drop
You
some
said that you used
bars.
to rap, bro. I didn't know
Long
that.
time ago, man. Yeah, a long time ago. I was super heavy into music, like my entire life up until up until I moved to New York City, and then like culinary arts just kind of took over my life. Because actually, what's interesting is I always cooked and I always did music, and then I picked up and moved to New York to kind of do music, but I also realized I had to move and work in New York to become a better chef. And then once I moved to New York, I realized I was like really good at culinary arts. So I just dropped everything and
Mhm.
focused solely on that. And I moved to New York. I worked for a big company, Be Our Guest Restaurants. It was like one of the top companies in New York City at the time. Big, high volume, Upper West Side restaurants in New York City.
Yeah.
And I had a positive impact on their food and culture there. And that's just kind of when I was like, if I focus on this, I can do anything I want in my life. And that was like the time it happened. So it was great. And then after that, I got recruited by the Ritz-Carlton, went to the Virgin Islands, spent some time there, and then moved to Cali in 2009. And I just been going ever since. So
What years were you at? You went to the CIA.
yeah, I went for continuing education. I didn't go for the full curriculum. So this was
Okay.
like when I was working in Ohio. I was like a sous chef at a dining club, a country club, years ago. I don't even remember the years. Yeah, so it was a long
Okay.
time ago. Yeah,
Heard that. Yeah, there's so many great courses.
yeah,
And it's crazy now the amount of
Yeah.
courses that there are.
for sure. Yeah,
Um
education is key, man.
Yeah.
Never stop learning. You know what I'm saying? Like I say that all the time to people. Like I've had people recently come to work for me and say, "Hey, I want to be a sous chef. I want to do this. I want to do that." I'm like, "Don't worry about titles. Just learn. Just keep working.
Mhm.
Just try to know, as much as you can. Try to be as good as you can, and everything you want will come. Because
Yeah.
titles are two guys can have the same title, have two completely different skill sets, right?
Yeah.
So
And it's hard. You know that you're giving out this advice and
Mhm.
it's like probably going over
absolutely,
the head just because it's
absolutely,
you've been in that position and you
yeah,
don't like I don't know. Like I definitely any chef that I worked under that mentored me, I respected and I
Mhm.
listened to and I believed it. But there's like when it would come to like technique
yeah.
or maybe culinary philosophy,
Mhm.
but when someone starts kicking out like life advice to a youngster,
No
they
one
don't want to
listens.
hear it.
No one
It
listens.
just they're like, yeah, they're like, yeah, that's just not what I want to hear right
Yeah,
now. But there is a lot of pressure that people put on
for
themselves
sure. Right.
to think they
Yeah.
and even like to think they made it. And I know one of the things that I would bring up a lot with my chefs when they hit a certain point,
Yeah.
like Nate Santander. You know Nate,
Of course. Yeah.
right? So
Haven't seen that.
he was he was crushing it
Mhm.
for years and he just wanted to get higher and do more,
Yeah.
and because he's ambitious in the
Yeah.
best way
That's great.
possible.
Yeah.
But like I finally got through to him and I said, hey man,
Mhm.
like it's great to want to keep learning and to want to keep getting better. That's what makes you great.
Yeah.
That's what's going to make you a
Mhm.
great chef. I think you already are one.
Yeah.
but you've got to recognize that you're already there, man. Like
Yeah,
if like that kid that wanted to do this, you haven't acknowledged you got there, man.
you're right.
And there's like power in that because it's awareness of where you're at and where you've come. And it'll help you maybe make more calculated moves,
For sure.
right?
No,
That
absolutely.
it, and also just relax,
Yeah,
don't be so hard on yourself.
right.
Like you got there.
Yeah.
So when it does come time that you do get there, a lot of younger chefs, both men and women, I think they don't realize that they're playing on the top tier level that
Yeah,
they're playing on,
absolutely.
you
Because
know.
I think people get so fixated on changing what making it looks like to them, they miss the moment. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Mm.
take a minute and go, man, I was 2 years ago, I was here, now I'm way over here. They're just still thinking about moving forward, right? I think we're all kind of guilty of that, right? I was literally having this exact same conversation about giving someone advice, an entrepreneur advice. You can just people will ask you for advice. You can tell them what you think, and it may go over their heads. There's been times in my life where people have given me advice. It made no sense to me in the moment.
Hmm.
10 years later, I go, oh, that's what they were talking about.
Hmm.
That's just human nature. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, you're absolutely right. I think that what I was more talking to is people who are kind of just out of culinary school, 2 years staging at a bunch of restaurants and are just fixated on like making it to getting a title.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like, slow down a little bit. Stay
Yeah.
stay somewhere, learn some stuff, and then it'll all happen, but just don't be so impatient.
Yeah.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
and I think that it takes so long to just be able to admit that just realize how much you just don't know about the business and food and how much there is to learn and then kind of picking the direction you want to go in. You kind of have to get to a point where you're deliberate and calculated about these things and understand what success looks like to you, and then just go in that direction.
Yeah. And well, it's a very creative profession. So
Yeah.
as creative
As
people,
creators.
we are,
Yeah.
we're just kind of cut from a different cloth. And I know it's hard. It was hard for me. It's hard for a lot of cooks
Yeah.
to stick around longer than a year
Mhm.
because they get bored.
Yeah.
Even if they're still learning,
Yeah.
sometimes it's
It's a
about
highly
learning what it
adjustment.
takes
Yeah.
to stay somewhere for
Yeah.
3 years
For sure.
and say, I can do this. Like,
Yeah.
I can actually
Right.
make a stable career out of
Right.
this and figure out where the balance is for myself in terms of ambition. And
Yeah.
if you're going to stay somewhere that long, it should be because you slowly get perks
Yeah.
of seniority, a better schedule,
Yeah.
higher pay, a
Right.
good station that
Yeah.
keeps you on your toes,
For sure.
continued learning,
Yeah.
and also just you're building a community,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Those relationships.
Yeah.
The longer you work with somebody, if you go do your own thing,
Right.
you're not poaching. You're like,
You
hey,
can pull from your
we
community.
loved cooking
Yeah.
together. I'd love to offer you a job in my kitchen. That's up to you whether
Yeah.
you want to do that or not.
It's great that you said that, like, community and building relationships, because that was the one thing when I started Barber Jean that kind of shocked me, but also it was refreshing to see. Like, I had been working in LA for years and I've done a bunch of different things, and I just got to the point where I said, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna start my own place. No money, but I have tons of experience, right? I was shocked at how many people reached out to just support. Like, I'm talking like food writers, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
people who wanted to work for me, just cooks, front of the house service staff, like just brands, liquor companies, like just so many different relationships you build over time. And you have a good relationship and you develop and nurture these relationships with
Hmm.
people, and then people just kind of follow you, and like you realize there's strength in that. There's strength
Yeah.
in being a good, reliable person that treats people well. So when you need something, even if you're not really asking, you know what I'm saying, people still show up for you. And that was like one of the coolest things that happened to me during Barber Jean, was just realizing, like, that was the moment that I realized all the hard work I put into everything I'd done when I moved here was like given back to me, right?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people are born with it or they learn it,
Mhm.
but a big part of what it takes to be successful out on your own, and I know you need a team,
Mhm.
but out on your own, meaning forging your own path,
Yeah.
right? Creating your own lane. You need to be really
Yeah.
outgoing and you need to be a community builder.
Yeah, for sure. A
And
leader.
even in the intro, that's really something that I gravitated towards gravitated toward as soon as we met
Mhm.
was you are generous with your energy and your aura. It is very strong and powerful. People feel it, myself included, and it's very positive, and you give it out
Yeah.
for free. And I'm grateful for it, and a lot of people are as well. And that's what it takes. And there was people that were like that,
Mhm.
like you, when I was coming up, that I
Yeah.
admired. That I said, man,
Same for
at
me.
first I was
That's why I love
embarrassed that I wasn't
it. Yeah.
that way.
Right.
And then I was like, I just have to be that way. I have to
For
become
sure.
that way.
Yeah.
And this is
I
like
want
a
to be
little
like
bit of
that
a,
person, so
yeah,
I'm just going to be that way. I mean, that's me anyway, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, all the chefs that I've looked up to that I found some sort of like we were kind of kindred spirits in how we thought about food, or they truly inspired me. Every time I met them, they were just so open and generous and cool and just like, yeah, he's got 3 Michelin stars, but he's the nicest guy I've ever met. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, remembers my name, comes and says hi to me, talks to me, asks me how I'm doing. Like, I see Joakim, he stops and I mean, I worked for him for years, but like he still to this day will just talk to me for an hour and ask me how I'm doing and like give me business advice. Like, that's like cool to me. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like, I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And because it's a trade, right? It's a, we pass it down,
Yeah.
and we're kind of in that, like J. Cole puts it, we're in that like middle child
Mm-hmm.
right now in our careers where
Yeah.
we've got the big bros and then
Yeah.
we've got the little
For
bros.
sure.
So it's like I'm, getting a text message from Rick Bayless,
Yeah.
and then I'm getting a text message from one of my sous chefs
Yeah.
who's about to go get a job in a new kitchen.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Yeah.
it's
You're
like
right in the middle.
you're right in the middle, and you're asking for it,
Mhm.
you're receiving it, and then
Yeah.
people are asking you for that
Yeah.
advice. And
I
it's a
got
beautiful thing,
I got a
man. It's
quick funny
beautiful.
story about that. So, when I was the chef at Lakma, we did a ton of events. And we did one thing called Eater the Young Guns, where we flew in a bunch of chefs from around the country who are like the next big celebrity chefs.
Yeah, I won that.
Yeah, good for you.
No, I didn't.
So we hosted all these like young upcoming chefs. So, I'm responsible for like setting up their booth, getting their food, setting up prep stations, getting them help, like the whole thing, just making them feel welcome and comfortable. Did the event, whatever. It was great. Years go by. This was 2025. A few months ago, I was doing a fundraiser in Cleveland, Ohio. Another event. They flew in chefs from around the country. And I'm at the event. I'm doing my booth. Tumi Coco. It's going great. It's like 3,000 people there, right? And there's a chef. I don't really know a lot of people there. I know a few people, but there's a chef that keeps walking by, keeps staring at me, young guy. I don't know who he is. At the after party, I'm sitting at the bar, I'm having a drink. He comes up to me and he says, "Hey man, I know you don't remember me, but years ago I did Eater's Young Guns at Lakma and you were the whole chef and you made me feel so comfortable. And I just want to say thank you."
Sick.
Fucking crazy.
Who is this?
14 years later. His name is Ryan Lashane.
Heard.
Yeah, he's a great
Is
chef.
he cooking out there still?
He's in Houston, Texas.
Houston.
Yeah, he's from Houston, Texas. Like I said, they brought in
Awesome.
chefs from everywhere. It was a fantastic event. We raised like $1.5 million. They do it every year in Ohio.
Heard.
You should come next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, dude, I get out to Ohio.
Yeah.
Maybe go to a
You'd
Bengals
love it. Have
game.
you been to Ohio?
Yeah.
Oh, Ohio's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, hometown, but
I don't fuck with Dayton.
I appreciate it more now as I'm older. But Ohio's dope. Very relaxing.
What's your hometown?
Cleveland. I was born in Cleveland. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hold
That's
that
pretty
against me.
hard. What do you think about MGK? Isn't he from Ohio?
I mean, I'm not a fan, but I mean, I love everybody, man.
Heard. All right.
Love, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't even have to get in on that.
Yeah, yeah.
But back to the music real quick. The JID album,
yeah.
that's good.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Community with the clips, fire.
Mm-hmm.
VCR's Vic Mensa. I'm sorry. You know what I'm talking about. VCR's is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying
That album's amazing.
Vic Mensa,
Oh,
TD,
right now.
TDE, what?
No, because the dude is on that song VCRs. 1 second.
Oh. On the JID album?
Yeah, on the Jet album.
Yeah, I like that JID and
Vince Staples. My
Vince-
bad.
yeah,
Shout out to
Vince
Vince Staples.
Vince Staples.
Yeah.
He's from New York, right?
No, he's from LA, dude.
He's from LA, right?
Vince Staples, so
Vince
LA.
Staples. Oh man, yeah. Vince Staples Center Staples.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
But he's not TDE. He's not Top Dog Entertainment.
No. But I mean, fam.
What about the new Chance album? You listened to that?
I did, man. That album is amazing. That's probably like one of his best albums ever. I haven't really dug into it. I listened to a hip hop podcast, a Joe Budden podcast. Shout out Joe Budden. Yeah, they really did a deep dive on it. They had him on for interviews. So I've listened to a few songs that like stood out, but
Mhm.
the album's like everything I read
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I was
production
listening to
is
it.
super dope.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, Joe Budden's good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I mean, it's like, it's kind of
It's
a good
fun.
source.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's funny. They make fun of each other. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's good for the culture.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like to see the rappers I grew up listening to maturing into different spaces, just developing businesses and doing different things.
Yeah.
It's great to watch.
yeah. And he is funny,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's good at backhanded compliments.
Yeah. Yeah, he's hilarious. Yeah. It's a good show. And then they have Mark Lamont Hill on the show now too, which is it's great to see a different light of him. He's normally like a political commentator, but he has like an amazing sense of humor and he's super smart. So he has
Yeah.
like another element to this show as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really watch sports so much that I watch sports shows, but I
don't
will
either.
tune in to the Cameron and May show sometimes
mean,
when they're dropping a free,
Yeah. The clips are dope. The
Yeah.
only like sports shows, the only sports I'm really into is MMA. I watch like I used to watch a lot of like UFC based like talk shows and stuff like that. But
How do you feel about like Trump the other day? He said there was going to be like a MMA fight
well,
on the
man,
fucking White House lawn or something. How you feel
I don't
about
want to talk about politics. You're not getting me wrapped up. I mean, listen, I love MMA. I love America. That's all I got.
that? Heard, Jeff. Yeah, I mean, look, there's plenty of stuff to talk about that doesn't have to do with that. I was just curious.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just messing with you, man.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I mean, so like, I'm
I
just
feel like we
curious.
haven't talked much about food.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I was about to kind of steer into that. Like,
Yeah.
at this point in your career,
Mhm.
away from the hot sauce brand
Yeah.
and the cooking at home,
Mhm.
where do your ambitions lie with food, with working on food and feeding communities?
So for me right now, I still am passionately in love with the art form of cooking and getting better at cooking. Developing new business ideas, new restaurant ideas. I have some that I'm working on, and hopefully I'll be able to bring those to fruition soon. I think at this point in my career, I look around and I'm surrounded by people who've worked with me for years, or I see everything that people who worked with me for years have done with their career. So I want to continue that trend and create environments for these people to keep learning and growing. I'm really big, like we spoke about on mentorship. Food right now, man, I just feel like I'm just always trying to get better at something. I'll pick one thing and I'll just like fixate on it. And I've always been that type of guy.
What's the last thing you fixated on?
Well, I mean, my wife is Indian, so I'm just really trying to get better at making curries
Mhm.
because her mother's like a fantastic cook. And the different types of dough, the idlis and the puris and the paratha breads and things like that
Ooh.
that come out of India. I'm working on like a paratha bread concept at this moment that will tie into Tumi Coco, which would be kind of fun. Yeah.
Like it's going to be a retail product or
So this is what I'm working on. I want to do like a Tumi Coco cafe that's kind of looks like a Japanese style like cafe listening bar. So there's like coffee, imagine vinyl on the walls, a DJ, cat coffee, high in alcohol, really high in cocktails, in this kind of like really cool, beautiful, bright, natural light environment. Most of our offerings are based around paratha bread type sandwiches with Tumi Coco worked all in through the menu. And then in the back, I want to have a speakeasy, really high end cocktails, small, maybe like 20 seats. And we also do like high end like tasting menus with food.
dope?
That's like my 2 to 5 year plan right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
You cooking back there?
I'm cooking. I'm cooking so hard.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
You're getting like 500 ahead for that
I
tasting
mean,
menu.
I want it to be, whatever.
You're probably going to go hard.
I mean, I'm gonna have fun,
Yeah.
but I want it to be approachable.
So,
I don't need to shape truffles on everything. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I don't think we do. Period.
No,
It's fun. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah,
love
I
it,
mean,
but
but it's also, I mean, if it's you,
yeah,
I mean, I think at this point you charge a premium for yourself to be there, to be creating and saying, "Hey, you know, this is my menu, and I'm here,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be preparing it in a very intimate setting
Right.
with some soigné ingredients and
Yeah,
techniques I've
for sure.
spent my whole life perfecting." So
Yeah.
there's value in that
Oh,
experience.
absolutely.
You have referenced Japanese culture
Hmm.
several times.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about this show is that, man, I'll tell you, I've had some great conversations with friends I've had for over 20 years because we talk about stuff that we just don't normally
Yeah.
talk about, and I get to know my friends on a different level.
Yeah.
What you clearly love Japanese culture.
I do. And I think I love the discipline and the ability to they will fixate. It's a culture of fixating on one skill and trying to perfect it your whole life is like commonplace there. And I think that I think there's beauty in that. I think there's beauty in trying to achieve the unachievable, something like perfection. You could chase it for your whole life.
Mhm.
I really love that. I love the art. I've never been. It's on my list of places to go. My wife and I travel a ton. You know, we've been to Europe quite a bit. So we're going to, like we said, we're going to Mexico City at the end of this year. I'm going to Santa
Mhm.
Fe tomorrow. We've been to, Spain, Finland, all over the Netherlands, obviously France. We've been to Epernay and Amboise. You know, we travel quite a bit. The Virgin Islands, obviously. So next year definitely want to do some. Want to go to Japan. Want to get back to Africa at some point.
Have you been?
I lived in Africa when I was a child.
Okay.
Did we not talk about that?
No.
Okay, so my mother
Chef,
has
will
a
you pull this a little
I'm
bit?
sorry.
No, no, no.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
want to make
So
sure.
my mother has a doctorate in international education. So I traveled a lot when I was a kid as well. So when I was from ages 10 to 12, I lived in Lusaka, Zambia, which was kind of like my first exposure to like really bright, like very, very flavorful, intense flavors of food.
Uh-huh.
And also that pairing that with community. Because back then in the 80s, we didn't really have TV in Africa. The radio was on for a few hours a day. So we entertained each other by like having dinner with each other. So
Mm.
that was like, I'm seeing this experience at like age 10 and 12, right? Also,
Like serious coming of age era.
yeah. So part of my mother's job was also traveling to other parts, rural Africa, to bring like supplies to different areas. So we'd be traveling through Africa to different places. We'd stop in one place. Someone say, "Hey, just go to take a little tour of the village and come back. We'll make you dinner." We'll come back to for dinner that night, and there'll just be like a party going on, just like 30 people there, just a table filled with just foods in Shima, different sauces, meats, vegetables, like the most amazing food you'd ever have in your life. Um, so I kind of grew up with these memories and brought that back to America with me. One thing that's funny was I had like true culture shock when I came back to America. I was walking into an American grocery store because in Africa you can't find at the time you couldn't find like white flour, white rice. You could buy it on the street on the black market. Sugar, just things we take for granted, right? Like
Mhm.
just basic stuff, let
Yeah.
alone like box cereal and what I'm saying, stuff like that. When I lived in Lusaka, Zambia, at
Yeah.
this time in the history of the world, so coming back to America as a child that's 12 years old now, going through an American grocery store, I'm just like, whoa! It was unbelievable to me. And I think maybe that experience really like influenced my love of food and like questioning how food impacts the world and people and how different it
Mhm.
is around the world and how food experience is different for people around the world, depending on their upbringing and environment. It's been so fascinating to me. So yeah, man, I feel like I've chased that feeling of food and community my entire life because of that experience. So
Wow.
yeah.
Man, what I'm not very well versed in the
Mhm.
cuisine of Zambia.
Yeah.
So you kind of like touched on it, but
Yeah.
you know, can you dig into it a little bit more for me so I can kind of taste it?
Every meal is served with something called enshima, which is I guess it's like if you took like kind of like grits and made them into patties.
Okay.
And then you eat it. You take a little bit of that and you dip it into the sauce. You eat it with your hands, and
So it's made with corn?
it's not made with corn. It's made with a
Okay.
grain.
Okay.
Yeah, we can look it up.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the grain is. Um, and again, it's just a very spicy, flavorful, lots of stews. There was a deer called kudu that they would prepare quite a bit. It was just really just fascinating. Chickens. Everybody had chicken coops and gardens. It was a totally different world than what I was used to coming from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the 80s, you know.
So if you go back to Africa, are you gonna hit this town up again?
So I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of places. Africa has changed so much. We haven't started planning a trip. My mother has
Mhm.
been back quite a bit. She's worked in Africa, Ivory Coast, Morocco. She's been way more than me in recent years. She's retired now. So yeah, we're definitely gonna plan something out and you know check it out.
Travel's so amazing.
It's amazing.
It's definitely a piece of advice that I push
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
on anybody that's a
It
young
changes your
cook.
life. Yeah,
You've gotta go out and travel, and
for
you've gotta
sure.
eat, and
Yeah,
you've gotta just meet people and see how they interact around the dinner
yeah.
table and,
Yeah,
you
you know
know
what's so I tell people this all the time. Like I've been to Paris. Everybody's you go to Paris if you're a chef, right? You want to. Last time, like me and my wife went to France, we rented a car and then we drove down to like the Champagne region into the Loire Valley, and like you meet people out there and they're so impressed that you came from LA, left Paris, and went to like these different regions because they're like we don't see that many people in these areas,
Yeah, and, like,
you know.
people don't just, like, innately hate Americans in
No,
Europe either, like,
no.
like, Americans say they do.
Exactly.
It's
No,
like, they're
everybody's, like,
pretty
so
chill.
welcoming. We
Yeah.
went to, a champagne house, and it was off season. This guy's, Jensen, I believe the name is. This gentleman, has an amazing champagne house, small, right in the middle of Epernay, and he just sat down and just poured champagne with us for, like, 2 hours and just talked about life and living in France, and yeah,
Beautiful.
it was great, like, amazing. You gotta travel. You gotta see the
Yeah,
world.
you do, you have to.
Yeah.
Um, I really wanna go to Japan.
Yeah.
I think Asia's next,
Yeah.
like I said, we're gonna go to London this Christmas.
Nice.
Never been to London.
Nice.
Seems like a cozy,
Yeah.
like, festive area
Yeah.
to check out.
So my wife has been to London more recently than I have. On my way to Africa, we had a 12-hour layover in London. So we did like the tourist thing, me and my mom, but I was 10. I don't really remember
Mm.
much. So yeah.
Yeah, it's
Would
just I
love to
mean,
go
there's
back.
just been, like, so
Mhm.
many more, kind of, like, quote, unquote, "exotic" or exciting places to go,
For sure.
but I was eventually like, "Man, we gotta go to, like, London, like,
Yeah.
it looks great."
It's interesting. I was saying the same thing about going to Santa Fe. Like I'm going to Santa Fe tomorrow, and I'm like, I would have never gone to Santa Fe any other. I would never just like, hey, let's just travel to Santa Fe. But
Yeah,
now that I'm going, I'm doing research. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. There's like hot springs and hikes and different things you can do.
yeah,
It's great. So
yeah,
you got to jump at those opportunities, man.
mhm. What are you doing in Santa Fe?
The Santa Fe Food and Wine Festival. My friend Dakota Weiss, she was on Top Chef. I'm not sure if you know her.
Mhm.
She worked in LA for a while, so she's
I don't know
doing,
her personally, but I
yeah,
know of
she's
her.
doing exceptionally well out there. So she invited me. One of those people where it's like we should cook together sometime, and you
Yeah,
do that dance for years. Me and you seem to make it happen pretty easily.
yeah.
Brendan Collins and I, we seem to make it happen pretty easily. Like there's people that I just end up cooking with every once in a while. But yeah, we never really got a chance to make it happen. So now, yeah, we get to do the thing.
Right on, man, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, that's a big event, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah.
Um,
It's like several events. So I'm doing I'm
whole
doing
weekend.
yeah, I'm doing a luncheon on Thursday for 150, and then I'm doing like basically like a food and wine event Sunday for like 500. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
putting in that work.
Good times, baby. Yeah.
You promoting the Tumi Coco? What's up? I mean,
Yeah, so I'm doing it, representing Tumi Coco. Obviously, I have Tumi Coco in both my dishes. We're gonna give out a bunch of merch bags and spread the gospel of Tumi Coco. It's gonna be great.
you get paid for something like that, or are you kind of just going to promote?
So they did purchase a bunch of hot sauce, and they
That's
are
cool.
being very generous with how we're traveling, and they're bringing my wife as well.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. So at no cost type.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't complain about what they're doing.
Yeah, because I mean, at this point,
Yeah.
like we're seeing things turn
Hmm.
to the benefit. I mean, how many times we did stuff, went places
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
free,
for
not
sure.
just for free, but out of pocket
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to just be a part of it, to build
I
the
definitely
network.
don't go anywhere out of
Yeah,
pocket now.
we just
I
can't.
just refuse. Yeah.
But also, it's
But
like
at some point
you're
in your
on a
career, I think
level.
it's
Yeah,
it's important to say yes to everything.
yeah,
And that's one thing when younger chefs ask me for advice. Man, do any show you can do any interview you can
hmm
do. Like there should be a time in your life where you just say, yes, I'll do it. And then you get to a point where it's like, okay, let me be a little bit more selective.
yeah. Create some boundaries, learn how to say no.
Yeah.
But also, when you're saying yes, you need to be intentional in
Mhm.
terms of like you're not going
Within
there
reason.
to
Yeah.
party
Right,
and get
right. For
smashed.
sure.
You need to like go there
Yeah.
and meet people and
Yes.
get cards
Network.
and
Yeah.
text,
And
like
follow
make
up.
friends,
Yeah.
follow up
Mhm.
because that is what career building is all
That will
about.
make your entire career. Yeah, for sure. Like networking is everything, you
Yeah.
know? Like I was saying, when I opened Barber Jean and I just this network of people I had that just showed up to support me just because years of just networking and just, showing up and giving back. So
And in the hospitality industry too, what's cool is that, it's hospitality. So people are welcoming. So you can I'm still to this day amazed and astonished if I
Mhm.
reach out to somebody, a chef that I don't know, but I just really like what they're doing,
Yeah.
and I say, "Hey, I dig what you're doing,"
Yeah.
and they respond,
Yeah.
and they give me the time of day,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Wow,
Yeah.
they got back to
For
me,"
sure.
and I'll never take it for
For
granted,
sure.
as common as it is, but it's good to know that,
Yeah.
especially if you're a young cook, that it's like,
Yeah.
you're in this is not a brotherhood,
Mhm.
right? There's amazing female chefs
Yeah.
and male chefs,
We're
and
all in
but
this
but
together.
there's this community that it's just like, pay your
Yeah.
dues, get to where you're supposed to be,
Mhm.
present yourself properly when you're out in the
Yeah.
world, and people will give you the time of
You
day,
never know where
and
that
you'll
person you're interacting with today is going to be in 10 years, right? Just be cool, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. I walked up to a chef, a female chef I've been a fan of for years at the Manhattan Beach Food and Wine I just did. Just said, hey, I'm a big fan. I just want to say hi, Jason. Nice to meet you. If you got time, come over to the booth, try our food. Walked away. I'm over there talking to my friends. She just comes up and just starts talking to me. We just start hanging out, just like the coolest person. And then we just take a picture. And then she followed me online and like, just normal
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
man.
yeah. You're
Like
like,
it's
"Dang,
great. Like I've been idolizing you for
why
years,
you
you
ain't
know?
gonna tell me who this is?"
Oh, it's Stephanie Izzard.
Oh, wow, cool.
Do you know her?
I don't know her.
Yeah.
Her husband almost bought my '74 Coupe de Ville
Okay.
before I
What
moved.
happened?
I think that she was like, "You're not getting
She's like,
that,
no.
you fucking joker."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice guy.
Where's the Coupe de Ville now?
Probably up in San Fran.
Okay.
I sold it on, like, bringatrailer.com or something.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I
It
hope
was a
it's
good
worth it.
it was a good era.
Yeah.
That was a good car. That was my
Yeah.
for 10 years, that was my daily driver.
You got a
That
a
shit was
baby now, like a
fire.
car you love? No.
No, not really,
Okay.
but, we're excited about the next car we get. We had a couple of Teslas,
Yeah.
Model Y, Model 3, and we're just trying to, we're gonna get rid of them in they're great cars, but we're just not really fans of
Yeah.
the man behind the company,
For
and
sure.
so,
Yeah.
but, when we got them a few years ago even, you're taking a risk buying an electric vehicle,
Yeah.
even a couple years
No,
ago,
for sure.
because a lot of the vehicles were the first model, the
Mhm.
second year model.
Yeah.
Now there's a ton of options, so I am getting excited. I'm
Okay.
I'm I'm heavily considering going back into the Cadillac space because I'm a Cadillac.
Have you seen the electric Dodge Daytona?
No, but I saw the Challenger.
There's an electric Dodge Daytona.
Well, that
They've
sounds
been
insane.
teasing it for years. I don't know if it's ever going to come out. There's prototypes. You can look them
Yeah.
up online. They look absolutely insane.
Well, I need a SUV
Yeah.
because I need to have
Some
something to
stuff.
put my
Yeah.
kayak on top of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and we're going down to one car because we don't need two vehicles.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm thinking that
Get the
Cadillac,
SUV.
that Lyric.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
cool. What about you? I mean, you got the Charger
Got
right
the
now?
Challenger, man. That's
The
my baby.
Challenger.
I put so much money into it. Now I'm never gonna sell it. I'm just gonna keep it.
Shit's sitting out there looking mean. It's all matte black.
Nice. It's my baby. Uh,
But they
but
got the electric now.
I know, I
think,
know.
or
Well, no,
26 maybe.
I think that's what I'm talking about. The Daytona. Are they making an electric Challenger too?
I just saw it today.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
look into it.
2026.
I'm happy with that car. So we are going to upgrade and get an SUV at some point. So
Yeah.
I need one too.
Um. Okay. Back into food. And we've got 20 minutes left on this.
Okay.
Okay. So, just to your point of kind of getting into the food thing,
Mhm.
not necessarily about food, but we don't have to do this, but if this strikes
yeah,
a
yeah.
chord with you,
Okay.
we can. So It's basically like what's on your 86 list. If
Mhm.
there's something that's just that you're just over, it could
Yeah.
be industry. It could be, I mean, it's not meant to be like a bitch session,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to last very long.
Mhm.
But like if there's a cool little, if something comes to your mind and it's
Yeah.
funny or whatever,
Mhm.
then it could be a fun little clip. But if not,
Yeah.
so do you want me to ask you that?
Yeah, I mean, you know what's I saw you ask Eric that question.
Yeah.
So
So
I
so let me,
always no, please.
yeah, well, let me ask you so I can
You don't
prompt
have
it.
to use my answer, but go on.
No, no, no. Let's do it, chef. What is on your 86 list?
Fear, doubt, and worry. I say that all the time to my staff. So we're going to go into today's service. We're going to do this thing without fear, doubt, and worry. People get nervous, things happen, but we're going to fight it off. We're going to go through it, and it's going to be great. So I say that all the time. That's like my go-to statement.
Heard.
Yeah,
Love it.
love it.
Sage.
Let's go.
That's what we need more of,
Yeah,
is the positive affirmations.
for sure. As far as food, you know, the older I get, the more I realize it's highly personal, like music, right? So there could be a restaurant that I think is absolute trash that other people will rave about, right? And
Mhm.
vice versa, you know. So as far as like 86ing things, for me, if it floats your boat, if you like it, I love it. That's how I feel.
Yeah. You ask me what's on my 86.
What's on your 86 list?
I don't have one.
Yeah.
Better than that.
Let's
Sorry.
go, baby.
Fear, doubt, and worry.
Let's go. Tattoo.
It's a funny question because I don't really think I would, if somebody asked me, I'd be like, I just don't want, I'm not saying I'm like perfect or
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Mr. fucking positive, but
Yeah.
I just don't like letting things, like anything negative,
Yeah.
kind of like take up space in my mind,
Yeah.
and when it does, I try to like recognize that and break that habit.
For
But
sure. It's human nature. You
yeah,
gotta fight it off, you know?
yeah, and at this point, I think that we can both agree that dissing anything anybody's doing, if they're sticking their neck out there trying to make something happen
Yeah.
with their life,
Yeah.
like you said, if it's not my
Love
cup
it.
of tea, that's fine. But I don't want to do anything, put anything negative out
Yeah.
there about what you're doing. You
Yeah.
know,
I tell you a quick funny story. When I first posted my hot sauce, some random guy wrote, "First ingredients water? No thank you." And I just responded, "Awesome. I can't wait to see your hot sauce." That's how you handle that.
yeah, yeah. It's always perplexed me that people respond to the asshole
Mhm.
instead of just like deleting their comment and blocking them. But not that
I
that
do
was like,
both.
not that that was on that level, but
Yeah.
it's like, there's people that get
Yeah.
hit hard,
Right.
you
They
know,
go back and forth.
and they go back and forth, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, clearly, like, just this, you don't need this in your life. Just block that person,
Yeah. No, for
you
sure.
know? But if you're a brand, it's good to like high road those
Yeah, for sure.
and
It
to be
keeps the
like,
conversation going.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, actually, okay, this is a good story.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So I'm looking at this charcuterie.
Mhm.
It's a restaurant I've never heard of before.
Okay.
It comes up in my feed on Instagram,
Okay.
and they're showing off like a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
And there's probably like 7 to 9 products on there: mousse,
Okay.
terrines, pâtés,
Nice.
aged meats.
Yeah.
It's fucking
It's
beautiful.
all made in house.
It's all made in house.
Gorgeous.
It's
You know
tagged
how
up,
hard that stuff is?
and they're talking about
Yeah.
it. And then and I comment, and I'm like, I just said soigné.
Yeah.
And then I followed these
Yeah.
guys because I was like, these guys are about the craft.
Yeah.
And then I saw this guy commented. He said something about, I'm sure it tastes really good, but it looks like vomit. And I just had to fucking get at this guy. And I said, dude, like,
What's wrong with
I said, what's up with the backhanded compliment,
yeah.
man? Like, this is textbook. This is beautiful. This doesn't look like vomit.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
either give somebody a compliment
Yeah.
for like, doing something on this level, which is extremely difficult
Mhm.
and technical,
Yeah.
or don't. But I'm just sick of this bullshit. And I had to say something. And I said, like, I'm sick of the bullshit.
Yeah.
And then we go back and forth,
Mhm.
and I call him homie.
Okay.
He calls me homie like 3 times
Yeah.
within his comment. And at
Okay.
that point, I was like, homie, listen up, homie.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet at this point that if we met each other in life, we'd be fine, homie. So why
Yeah.
don't we just be homies, homie?
Yeah.
And we turned it around and
Mhm.
we both started like making funny
Oh,
comments.
there you go.
And then we followed each other.
Okay.
And it was like a Christmas miracle worth of that kind of thing, which
Yeah.
I never get involved in. And I think that being out there in the world
Mhm.
might do some good.
That's awesome. I love that.
But it proved
Yeah.
that like it proved to me that it was like I should have not even engaged.
Right. I mean, I thought you were going to say you found out you were arguing with a 12-year-old kid, which often happens is the case.
No, it was definitely a grown ass man.
So yeah, I had this one viral video that I had. I got interviewed by this gentleman, and it got like 200,000 likes, right? 200,000 views. And it was simple. It was like 40 seconds. What's your best restaurant in LA? Best pizza in LA? Best taco? And I just gave my answers, right? And it just went crazy. Most people are like, cool, I'm gonna write these down, blah, blah, blah. But I would say like 10% were like haters. And then like some of them I blocked, and then some of them I commented with because I wanted to like kind of keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
So you got to pick your
Yeah.
battles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, engaging,
Especially if it's going
especially if
like
you're
crazy
trying,
like
yeah,
that.
you
Yeah. I want to
engage
keep
with
the
it,
video
try to
going.
get the viewership, try to build the brand up. Well, hey, with that being said, maybe I can strike gold and get a couple 100,000 views.
There you go.
Let's do the flavorful 5.
Mm-hmm.
Chef,
All
I'm
right.
asking every chef this season these 5 questions.
I'm listening.
What's the best sandwich you've ever had? And it can't be something you made or your mom made. I'm talking about you go out, you order it anywhere in the world.
Ever.
I need to know so I can put this on my list, and everybody out there listening as well can put this on their list.
Okay. So can I name 2 places?
Yeah.
Okay. Gigiata in Venice. Have you
All
been
right.
there?
Gigiata?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Oh my goodness. Gigiata in Venice is absolutely fantastic. Old school Italian like rolled sandwiches. I mean, it's amazing. And then there's a new place in Manhattan Beach called Breadhead. I just went to with my wife a few weeks ago. They do like these focaccia bread sandwiches. Unbelievable.
Bruh.
Dude, you should hit it on the way home.
I was
It's
just
like
told
50
by
minutes from here. Yeah.
May Lynn.
Yeah.
She name dropped Breadhead.
Okay.
So
Cool.
that's 2.
Yeah.
That's 2 for the same
It's-
spot in
bro,
one
it's-
season.
Highly recommended.
Breadhead.
Yes.
Yo, I'm going.
Yeah, for sure.
All
Shout
right.
out to Breadhead.
Shout out to Breadhead.
Yeah.
You'll see me tomorrow. All right. What's your favorite street food?
Street food? Oh man, tacos, dude. Listen, my we went
Sorry.
yeah, I'm sorry. No, and this is something that just happened recently, man. Cause like in LA, like everywhere you go, like this taco's better than the last amazing taco I had. It never stopped.
Mhm.
So we were out one night with just again our gym crew and having some drinks. And then before we left, the owner of the gym, Chris, he took us to this taco spot downtown LA that's like in a parking lot, and there's legit like 100 people there. And it looks like, I mean, I guess it's obviously a known spot. I'd never been to this place before in my life. And they have like just meats, guys on tortillas. They take your order, you walk down the line. It was absolutely fantastic. I would have to text my wife for the name and information.
What was the neighborhood?
It was downtown LA.
Downtown.
Downtown. Yeah.
Okay. Not East LA.
No, like legit downtown LA. I'm gonna text her right now so we can give them a shout out. But
Yeah.
we can move to the next question. And
Perfect. What is like the holy grail of spice to you?
spice. Man, I have to go with like Razzle Hanut. And Korean chili flakes.
Okay. We got to go with Korean chili flakes because I'm
Yeah,
talking about a one.
Oh, okay.
one guy.
So
Yeah.
cumin and Korean chili flakes
Okay.
mixed together. That's still 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Korean
can't.
chili.
I like to mix stuff together.
Your answer is Korean chili flakes. Ras El Hanout.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That's a
counts.
few spices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm curious about it, and it'll also put somebody onto something that they haven't worked with before. I
For
guarantee
sure.
it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Korean chili flakes
Mhm.
are an incredible spice to have in
You
your
can
pantry.
Finish stuff, put them in sauces.
They're just
like,
so
it's
unique.
So,
They're like
so
fruity and very
versatile. Yeah,
spicy.
it's amazing.
I mean, I'm like, I need like Aleppo
Yeah.
and Korean chili flake. I
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? I use
Right.
them the same way.
For sure. Yeah.
It's just punchier.
I got that. Hold on, let me get that answer for you.
Oh yeah, what?
Avenue 26 tacos.
Yeah,
downtown
Avenue
LA.
26.
Absolutely insane.
For starters, bro, Avenue 26 is in Lincoln Heights, son.
Oh, my bad, dog.
And I used to live in Lincoln Heights on Avenue 42.
Okay,
which is why I know this. And I was wondering if that was the spot you were talking about.
I was a little
because it is fire.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's completely unpermitted.
Of course, but there were like cops there getting tacos too.
Yeah, no.
I love LA.
Well, like
that's why you love LA, because stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there wasn't a way for people to get street vendor permits in LA until like somewhere around like 2018 to 2020.
Yeah.
So there was never a actual cause to shut somebody down.
Yeah.
Because they weren't doing anything illegal.
Right.
Right. If you can't get a permit for it, then you're not unpermitted.
Right.
But the city said, oh, we want to help this out. We want to move it along. AKA, we want to get your money.
Yeah.
And they understand that street vending is so embedded into the culture of Los Angeles that they still don't regulate it.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
You think all the people with hot dog carts outside of Dodger Stadium and, they don't have permits.
No.
No one cares.
And it should really be like that everywhere in this country. Like if you can scrape up $300 to $800 and get some sort of a rig to go make a living, the government just needs to let you do it, man.
For sure. Yeah.
Right.
You need that tax money.
You're not making a lot. You're getting by.
You're feeding the people.
Yeah.
Making people happy. You're not making anybody sick.
No.
Yeah.
And if you do, fuck them.
Right. They'll be fine.
Yo, you're gonna eat street meat, dog? If you're gonna eat street meat, you might
You're
get
taking a little risk, and that's okay.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Grow up. Go to Mexico and get street food.
Are you a street dog guy?
I'm an anything street.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, anything.
You roll.
I don't ever. It actually fucking like. It feels very disrespectful to me. And I have a lot of friends and family members that'll say this stuff, so it's not dogging on them.
Yeah.
But it's like anytime we're out and we see, I'm out with people and we see street vending, there's always somebody that's got to make a comment like, don't eat that, you'll get sick.
Really?
And it's just like,
I've never heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay.
I'm always like, I always hear somebody
every time I see it, I feel like people are excited. It's just like a thing. It's like a show. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, like, I don't know if I trust like 7-Eleven.
I'd rather eat the street stuff than 7-Eleven.
I don't know if I trust that.
Yeah, for sure.
We should be rolling on there for like 19 days.
That's a problem.
Okay, what's an ingredient that you overuse, but you don't really care?
Probably citrus. Like, I think lemon and lime can fix everything.
Heard.
Yeah.
Delicious, healthy.
And also, there was a point in my life I got obsessed with like preserving lemons. Once I dehydrated some preserved lemon pith and turned it into a powder. I think citrus fruit is absolutely just incredible.
Dang.
Citrus supremes on anything.
Yeah.
Fruit supremes. Like, come on, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
It just adds so much to a dish. Citrus.
Yeah.
For sure.
Supremes.
Yeah.
Great knife cut.
Bam. Oh, wrong arm. Supreme.
I like it. Yo, that's also just a really dope word, too.
Yeah.
Like Supremes.
Yeah.
I love a good grapefruit, like a ruby red Supreme.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. And those are the easiest ones because they're so big.
They're so big. Yeah,
so you kind of get a lot quick.
And if I ask a cook to do that and you mess up a grapefruit Supreme, like, we got to talk. Like, come on, dude.
Well, remember when you were learning how to use a knife and like that was hard? And now every time I make a Supreme, it's so easy, and I'm like, how was this ever hard?
Yeah. You know, everybody's like, you heard of ratemychives.com? Rate my
Yeah,
chives?
yeah.
Oh, it's like a thing now.
Yeah, that's
right?
funny.
Like, I was just teaching one of my expos to cut chives the other day, and I was like showing him. He's like, I don't know when to start. I'm like, you start out further and then you move in. Like, you don't like guess where to cut first. Anyway, it's just funny to like reteach it. And I was like, you know what? I never thought about that. I'm just like figuring it out now because I'm explaining it to you, but it's just a natural motion to me.
Yeah. You're like, what? You can.
Yeah. How do I do that? Oh, this is how I do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I like the little like the wet towel.
I do
band.
that. Yeah. So I showed him the wet towel thing.
Soigné.
Come on, baby. Little
I don't
bunches at a time.
Fucking rubber bands.
What are we talking about? Little wet towel.
You end up seeing a little blue rubber band in there.
No.
If you don't use the rubber bands. That's shoemaking.
No, not in my kitchen.
Make that nice little
that
nice little bow.
Yeah.
You tie it up like
Yeah,
a Christmas gift.
I just roll it, lay the flat side down.
Yeah. No, I don't tie it up.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah. But it's nice. And you know what, though? Doing something like that makes you feel good.
Yeah, man.
You're really just practicing the
Yeah,
craft.
exactly. You're working on knife skills, like butchering fish. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that too. All right. You can only eat at one restaurant for the rest of your life. Now, you can cook anything you want at home. And if you open up a restaurant, you can eat there too. But anytime you go out to dine, it's one spot. The location doesn't matter, right? Like you can just kind of zap there.
Okay, I got it. That's a good question, man. Um, one restaurant for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, with menu changes, obviously.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna
Got
continue to
got it.
do their thing.
Okay, cool. So I guess it's more like about the chef then, right? Well, I guess not. It could be any restaurant. I could say like Pizza Hut if I wanted to.
You could.
I'm not going.
Maybe just something that's it's like, what's this irreplaceable
Yeah,
experience that you won't get sick of?
Red Rooster in Miami
Heard. Why Miami and not Harlem?
because I haven't been to the Harlem one.
Okay.
But the experience I had in Miami was just so amazing.
And plus, I'd rather be in Miami.
I'd rather be in Miami
because of the weather, not because of the,
yeah,
Harlem's dope.
Miami, I love, but yeah, New York's like second home to me, but Miami's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's, divine intervention. That
I know.
is
I
there.
know. Yeah.
That wasn't planned. That book
looked
is there.
and I was like, oh, that meal was incredible. I'm gonna go with that.
Heard.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the last question. This is going to be about the dish that you're going to make, chef.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's a dish that satisfies your soul, but you have to cook it because the joy and the ritual of cooking is part of what brings you back to center?
Anything with coconut curry.
Woo.
Yeah. Anything with coconut curry. It's so funny you said you made yourself a coconut curry dish earlier.
I love
because
it.
I was like, oh, I'm making him coconut curry tonight.
Heard.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing a little coconut curry with clams and halibut. Some potatoes, some corn. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
What
Good for me anyway.
What color coconut? Or sorry, what color curry?
Yellow curry.
Yellow.
Sir.
We using Tumi Coco in there?
Yes, we are.
Heard. What else?
Original recipe. I'm gonna finish it with a little zug. I call it cilantro hot sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, gonna finish with a little cilantro hot sauce. There's gonna be some roast marbled potatoes. We're gonna get some crispiness on there. I got a little flatbread for you with some za'atar.
Nice.
A little whipped ricotta, some Malibu honey.
Wow.
Yeah, a little something quick. I'm throwing something together.
Yeah, but this sounds like pretty exquisite.
Yeah, I mean,
cooking
for my friend.
Yeah, and you got a little bit of this.
I was gonna make you a brisket, but we didn't have 12 hours. So
Well, you got some flavors of the Levant in there for me. The za'atar and the zug.
yes, sir.
Nice.
Come on, baby.
When you make your curry, what are your aromatics that you sweat, or what are you doing right now?
So
tonight?
I've been really, like I said, trying to perfect my wife's mother's style of Indian curry. So she really starts with like a red onion, garlic, ginger, sweats that down for a while with the curry, then adds tomato to it, and then ground nuts, then adds the coconut milk, purees the whole thing together.
Ground nuts like peanuts?
She'll use like almonds.
Okay.
Yeah. She uses a lot of almonds or cashews.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I might use pistachios today. We'll see what we have. Yeah. Make it funky.
Mediterranean.
Yeah.
I love that. I did lie because there's just something about this conversation that I had created this question in the back of my head like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Before we got into the food questions. So, you've always been a person that I've admired, somebody that's just very grounded and wise. And I'm just curious because you've shared some of your outlook in terms of your mentorship philosophy and your leadership style.
Yeah.
Is there a piece of advice or just something that you want to share to anybody that's listening, whether it's a young cook or it's a foodie or it's a pro chef that's been in the game for 20 years like us?
Yeah. I guess if I had to say one thing, I'll say what I always say. Just, be professional, take the high road, move with integrity, move with honesty. It's easier to remember. and have faith in yourself and that you're making the right decision. And if you're going through something that is not the most pleasurable experience, understand that there's a lesson there and that you'll be better for it after, and it's not going to last forever.
Heard, Chef.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Man, thanks so much for having me in your home and being on the
Thanks
show.
for coming, man.
It's been real.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you.
You too, brother.
It's been a
Yeah, I
minute.
can't wait to eat.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Well, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Repertoire is part of Heritage Radio Network, where we're on a mission to build a more sustainable and equitable food future, and your engagement is what keeps the lights on. So if you dug today's episode, please hit that subscribe button and drop a comment. The Good Food Movement is all about community, and together we can make a meaningful impact.